the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life can be heaven or it can be hell. It's up to you and also up to what you have come to know. The term knowledge is power is all too true. Imagine you didn't know gravity existed for some weird reason and you decided to walk off of a roof. Probably not going to end well. Imagine there were little chunks of wisdom other people have actually lived through already and could tell you about, making your journey through this plane of existence even smoother. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Well, I'll be damned. Here's 10 very bits of that wisdom. The only thing I ask of you is stick around and truly absorb all 10. If you implement them, I assure you your life will start to align. Let's get into it, shall we? Bit 1, cut the worries, warrior. Trust me, it's a game changer. Ever caught yourself zoning out into a world of worries? Maybe you're stressing about work, thinking about how your car's tires are wearing thin, or just feeling like every day is the same old loop. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. But here's the thing. Constantly worrying is like putting handcuffs on your ability to really enjoy life and let your creativity run wild. Think of worry as trying to grab hold of water with your fists. No matter how hard you try, it's going to slip right through. When you start fretting over stuff like job pressures, the state of your ride, or feeling stuck in a routine, it's a red flag. Your brain's taking a detour into a land where everything's made of what-ifs and oh-nos, which is nowhere you want to be. Worry pretends to be your buddy, convincing you that if you don't sweat the small stuff now, you're going to end up in some disaster later. But here's the kicker. All that worrying actually does the opposite of helping. It stops you from enjoying the good moments, blocks your creative vibes, and makes everything seem a lot less fun. So, what's the move? It's about choosing to not try to predict or control every little thing in the future. It means focusing on the cool stuff happening right now instead of what might go wrong later. Making this switch isn't something you can just do overnight, and yeah, it's tough. But it starts with noticing when you're starting to worry, and then asking yourself, is this actually doing me any good? Whenever you catch yourself heading down worry lane, hit the brakes. Ask if this worry is really worth your time. Is it making you happier or more creative? Chances are it's not. Instead, use that energy for the here and now. Dive into your work, get those tires checked out without freaking out about what could happen, or mix up your daily routine to keep things interesting. Try out things like meditation or writing down your thoughts to keep your mind in the present and out of the worry zone. Kicking the worry habit to the curb isn't just about dodging stress. It's about unlocking a more enjoyable, creative life. It gives you the freedom to explore, take chances, and really live in the moment where all the best stuff happens. Remember, a mind that's not weighed down by worries is free to dream, discover, and truly make the most of life. Bit 2. Ease off the control with friends and family. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we might try to be the boss of our friends and family, thinking we know what's best for them, or trying to steer their lives in the direction we think they should go. It's like playing a game where you're trying to control all the characters. But here's the catch. Real life isn't a game, and people aren't characters to be manipulated. Imagine this. You're hanging with your crew or chilling with family, and instead of just enjoying the vibe, you find yourself trying to dictate what everyone should do, how they should think, or even who they should be. Not cool, right? It's a fast track to tension and, honestly, can push people away. The truth is, everyone's on their own journey, and part of the adventure is figuring things out for themselves, making mistakes and learning from them. Here's a pro tip. Swap out control for support. It's like being the ultimate sidekick in their story, instead of trying to be the director. Listen more than you speak. Offer advice when it's asked for, and celebrate their wins as if they were your own. This shift from trying to dominate to being a supporter can seriously upgrade your relationships. Remember, controlling others can be a sign that you're not focusing enough on your own path. It's easier to fixate on what others are doing or not doing than to face your own challenges head on. So when you feel that urge to step in and take over, take a breath and ask yourself, am I avoiding something in my own life? Use that energy to focus on your own goals, hobbies, and growth instead. Building healthy, supportive relationships is like leveling up in the game of life. It strengthens your connections, opens up a world of mutual respect, and, let's be real, it makes hanging out a lot more fun for everyone involved. Plus, when you're genuinely supportive, you'll find that your friends and family are more likely to have your back when you need it too. So, next time you're with your squad or family, remember, it's not about controlling the game. It's about enjoying the journey together. Be the guy who lifts others up, not the one who tries to pin them down. After all, life's too short to spend it playing puppet master. Let everyone shine in their own way, and you'll find that your relationships are stronger, deeper, and way more rewarding. Bit 3. Keep your ambition in check. Alright lads, ambition is like the fuel in your car. You need it to get where you want to go, but too much can turn a smooth ride into a reckless one. It's great to have goals, to push yourself, and to dream big. That's the essence of growth and achievement. But there's a thin line between being driven and becoming obsessed. When ambition takes over the driver's seat, ignoring the speed limits and road signs, it can lead you down a path where nothing is ever enough, and that's a lonely road to be on. Imagine ambition as your wingman in the game of life. It's there to pump you up, keep you focused, and cheer you on. But what happens when that wingman starts calling all the shots, making every decision about winning at any cost? Suddenly the game isn't fun anymore. It's all about the next achievement, the next level, forgetting why you started playing in the first place. Here is the key: balance. It's about setting your sights on the summit, but also enjoying the climb. Celebrate the milestones, learn from the setbacks, and don't be so fixated on the destination that you miss the scenery along the way. This approach not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but also sustainable. Moderating your ambition means recognizing that success isn't a race. Everyone's timeline is different, and life isn't a competition with your mates or anyone else. It's okay to take a breather, to reassess your goals, and make sure they're still what you want. Remember, ambition should work for you, not the other way around. Also, don't let ambition blind you to the other parts of life that matter: friendships, family, health, and those moments of pure, unambitious joy. These are the things that truly enrich our lives, the memories we look back on, not just the achievements or the accolades. To keep your ambition in check, try setting goals that are not just about career or financial success, but also about personal growth, relationships, and experiences. Aim to be well-rounded, not just well-accomplished. And every now and then, ask yourself, am I pursuing this because it's what I truly want, or am I chasing someone else's idea of success? In the end, it's about finding a pace that keeps you moving forward without running yourself into the ground. Ambition is a powerful tool, but it's just one part of the toolkit for building a fulfilling life. Remember, the goal is not just to achieve, but to thrive, to create a life that feels as good on the inside as it perhaps looks on the outside. So by all means, aim high, but don't lose sight of what truly matters along the way. Bit 4. Travel light, live large. Here's a solid piece of advice for all the young dudes out there. Accumulating stuff just because you can is like filling your backpack with rocks before a hike. Sure, you might be able to handle the weight at first, but it's going to slow you down and tire you out long before you reach the peak. The thrill of getting new stuff fades fast, but the freedom of not being weighed down, that's the gift that keeps on giving. In a world that often measures success by how much you own, it's radical to choose a different path. Think about it. Every gadget, every piece of clothing, every random item you buy just because it's on sale or because you saw someone else with it adds weight. Not just to your physical space, but to your mind and your life. It's like cluttering your personal dashboard with so many apps you can't see the wallpaper, your own goals and dreams. The mantra here is simple. If it doesn't add real value to your life, you probably don't need it. This isn't about being minimalist to the point of living with barely anything. It's about being smart and making sure that what you do have, what you do spend your money and energy on, really counts. It's about investing in experiences, in memories, in skills, and in relationships, the stuff that no flood, fire, or thief can take away from you. So, next time you're tempted by that latest gadget, that trendy outfit, or whatever else catches your eye, ask yourself a couple of questions. Do I really need this? Is it going to make my life significantly better, or is it just going to add to the pile of things I don't use? More often than not, you'll find that the things you truly value aren't things at all. Living with less doesn't mean missing out. It means giving yourself the space to focus on what really matters. It's about quality over quantity, substance over show. You'll be surprised at how liberating it feels to unburden yourself from the endless cycle of wanting, buying, and then wanting again. It's like hitting a reset button on what success and happiness look like. Remember, the goal isn't to make your life so Spartan that you can't enjoy the fruits of your hard work. It's about making sure that when you do choose to add something to your life, it's because it serves a purpose, brings you joy, or helps you on your journey, not because society says you should have it. So, go ahead, streamline your stuff, focus on what adds real value to your life, and watch how much lighter, freer, and ready for adventure you feel. Travel light through life, and you'll find you can go further, see more, and enjoy the journey a whole lot more. Bit 5. Master the chill. Alright, gents, let's get into something crucial but often overlooked. Learning to relax. In a culture that glorifies the grind, where being busy is worn like a badge of honor, taking time to just chill can feel like you're slacking off. But here's the deal. Learning to relax isn't just about kicking back. It's an essential skill for both your mental game and your overall health. Think of relaxation not as the opposite of productivity, but as its partner in crime. It's the yin to the yang of your hustle, the recharge to your battery, the rest between sets at the gym that makes the next push all the more powerful. Just like you can't expect to hit the gym hard every day without rest days for recovery, your brain and your body need downtime to perform at their best. Here's how you do it. First, find what chills you out. It might be sketching, hitting the trails, strumming a guitar, or just zoning out to your favorite tunes. The key is that it should be something that makes you feel good, not something you're doing just because you think you should. This is your time, your reset button. Next, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Schedule it like you would a workout or a work meeting. It's that important. And when you're in your chill mode, be all in. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Forget about your to-do list, and just be present with your chosen form of relaxation. Learning to relax also means being okay with doing nothing. In a world that screams, do more, be more, have more, it's a radical act to just be. To sit with your thoughts, to let your mind wander, to stare at the clouds and not feel guilty about it. This kind of downtime is when creativity often strikes, when solutions to problems pop into your head out of nowhere, and when you truly get to know yourself. Don't buy into the myth that every second of your day needs to be productive in the traditional sense. Growth, healing, and inspiration all thrive in the spaces we create when we pause. And let's be real, nobody is going to look back on their life and wish they'd spent more time stressing out and less time enjoying the ride. So embrace the art of relaxation. Make it as much a part of your success strategy as your ambition and your work ethic. Remember, the most effective warriors, the most creative minds, and the happiest dudes out there aren't the ones who are always on. They're the ones who know when to push and when to chill. Master that balance, and you're not just living, you're thriving. Bit 6. Unlock the power of humor. Listen up. Here's something you might not realize. Having a good sense of humor is like having a superpower. It's not just about cracking jokes or being the life of the party. It's about seeing the lighter side of life, rolling with the punches, and not taking yourself too seriously. And let's be honest, in a world that can sometimes feel like it's spinning off its axis, being able to laugh is a crucial survival skill. Here's the thing. Cultivating a sense of humor isn't about forcing yourself to be funny or memorizing punchlines. It's about shifting your perspective, finding joy in the absurd, and learning to laugh at the chaos instead of getting overwhelmed by it. It's recognizing that life is full of unexpected twists, and sometimes the only thing you can do is laugh. Start by not sweating the small stuff. Missed the bus? Spilled coffee on your shirt right before a big presentation. Instead of letting it ruin your day, try to find the humor in the situation. Share your epic fail with friends and have a laugh. Not only does it make the situation more bearable, but it also makes you more relatable and approachable. Surround yourself with people who know how to laugh, both at life and at themselves. There is something infectious about laughter that makes hardships lighter and strengthens bonds between friends. Plus, humor is often born out of shared experiences and inside jokes, the kind of stuff that friendships are built on. Don't be afraid to be silly. Society often tells men they need to be serious, stoic, and in control at all times, but there's incredible freedom and joy in letting go of that image and just being goofy sometimes. Whether it's a silly dance, a ridiculous accent, or a playful prank, these moments of pure, unadulterated fun are the ones you'll remember. Humor is also about empathy and connection. It's about making others feel good, sharing a moment of genuine human connection that transcends barriers. But be mindful of your audience and the context. The best humor punches up, not down. It's inclusive and brings people together, not at someone's expense. Finally, keep feeding your sense of humor. Watch comedies, listen to funny podcasts, read humorous books. Inspiration is everywhere. The more you expose yourself to different kinds of humor, the more you'll develop your own unique style. Cultivating a sense of humor is a journey, not a destination. It's about embracing life's absurdities, learning to laugh at yourself, and spreading joy wherever you go. Humility is incredibly powerful too. So go ahead, unleash your inner comedian, and watch as your world becomes a slightly better place, one laugh at a time. Bit 7. Craft your quest. Alright bros, let's dive deep for a moment and talk about something that's way more epic than it sounds. Finding a reason for your own existence. This isn't about getting all existential or having a midlife crisis in your 20s. It's about setting out on the greatest adventure of all, figuring out what makes you tick, what fires you up, and what you want your legacy to be. Think of your life as an open-world game where you're the main character. Your quest to discover your purpose, your passion, your unique contribution to the world. This isn't something you'll find lying around like a hidden treasure or an Easter egg. It's something you build piece by piece through trials, triumphs, and everything in between. Start by asking yourself what you're passionate about. What gets you out of bed in the morning, sparks your creativity, or makes you lose track of time. It doesn't have to be something grand like solving world hunger, though it can be. It could be anything from making music, coding, teaching, to crafting the perfect cup of coffee. Your passion is your compass, guiding you through life's journey. Next, think about the impact you want to have. How do you want to leave the world a little better than you found it? Maybe it's by inspiring others, creating something beautiful, or standing up for what you believe in. Your purpose isn't just about what you do, it's about the difference you make. Finding your reason for existence isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a dynamic, ongoing process. As you grow and evolve, so too will your passions and goals. Be open to new experiences, embrace change, and always be curious. Life is full of surprises, and your purpose might find you in the most unexpected places. Don't get bogged down by the idea that your purpose has to be this one monumental thing. It can be, but it can also be a collection of small, meaningful pursuits that together create a fulfilling life. And don't compare your journey to anyone else's. This is your story, your adventure, and only you can write it. Most importantly, take action. Your purpose won't just come knocking on your door. You have to chase it, challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, try new things, meet new people, travel, volunteer, learn. Each experience adds a piece to the puzzle of who you are and who you want to be. Finding a reason for your existence is about crafting a life that's authentic to you, one that brings you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of accomplishment. It's about being the author of your own story, a hero on a quest, not just for success, but for meaning. So gear up, set out on your quest, and discover not just what you want to do with your life, but who you want to be. The world's waiting. Bit 8. Be a builder, not a wrecker. Here's a golden rule that's as old as time, but always in need of a fresh spotlight, especially in today's world. Never intentionally harm another person. This isn't about being soft, it's about being strong. Real strength, the kind that matters, isn't about how much you can bench or how tough you can talk. It's about your character, your integrity, and how you treat others. In a culture that often glorifies aggression and dominance, it's crucial to remember that the true mark of a man is how he uses his strength. It's easy to tear down, to criticize, to hurt, but it takes real courage and real strength to build others up, to offer support, and to be kind. Being a builder is about creating a positive impact, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. Think about the legacy you want to leave. Do you want to be remembered as someone who made the world a tougher, colder place? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who made a difference, who brought light into dark places, and who helped others to stand taller? The impact you have on the people you encounter every day is your true legacy. How do you do it? First, practice empathy. Try to understand where others are coming from, what they might be going through, and how your actions affect them. It's about seeing beyond your own perspective and recognizing the humanity in everyone. Second, be mindful of your words and actions. The old saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," albeit true, doesn't apply to kicking people while they're down. Words have power. They can lift someone up or crush someone's spirit. Choose to be someone whose words encourage and uplift. Third, stand up for what's right. Sometimes, not harming others means taking a stand when you see injustice or bullying. It's not about being a hero in a cape. It's about not being silent when your voice is needed. It's about using your strength to protect, not to dominate. And finally, practice forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or seeking revenge only perpetuates harm. Letting go and choosing to forgive is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's about freeing yourself from negative cycles and moving forward with a clear conscience. Being a builder is about more than just not harming others. It's about actively contributing to a culture of respect, kindness, and empathy. It's about being the kind of man who leaves every room better than he found it, who lifts others up, and who understands that true strength is shown through compassion and integrity. So choose to be a builder, not a wrecker. The world has enough of those. Be the change you want to see and watch as the world changes with you. Bit 9. Master your fire. Let's tackle a beast we've all wrestled with at some point. Anger. It's that fiery feeling that can surge up from nowhere, turning a chill dude into a walking storm. But here's the deal. Anger, like fire, is a powerful thing. It can fuel change or it can burn everything to the ground. The trick isn't to extinguish it completely, but to learn how to harness it wisely. Think of anger as an alarm system. It your mind's way of saying, hey, something's not right here. Maybe your boundaries were crossed. Maybe you feel treated unfairly. Maybe you're just stressed out. That's all valid. But what matters next is how you respond to that alarm. Do you let it run wild, causing havoc? Or do you take a moment to understand why it went off in the first place? Here's how you can master your fire. Pause before you act. This is your first line of defense. Feel that anger rising? Hit the pause button. Give yourself a moment to breathe and think. Reacting in the heat of the moment often leads to actions and words you might regret. A simple pause can be the difference between a resolved issue and a full-blown conflict. Understand the why. Try to dig into what's really lighting your fuse. Is it truly the situation at hand? Or is there something deeper, like stress from work, personal insecurities, or unresolved issues? Understanding the root cause can help you address the real problem, not just its symptoms. Express, don't explode. Once you've got a handle on why you're angry, find a constructive way to express it. This could mean having an honest conversation, writing it down, or channeling it into something productive like exercise or a hobby. The goal is to communicate your feelings without causing collateral damage. Seek solutions, not battles. Anger often comes from a place of feeling powerless or unheard. Instead of using it to fuel a fight, use it to fuel a search for solutions. Approach conflicts with the mindset of finding a compromise or understanding, not winning an argument. Learn from it. Every burst of anger is an opportunity to learn something about yourself. What triggers you? How do you react? How can you handle it better next time? Reflecting on these questions can turn moments of anger into valuable lessons. Cool down techniques. Find what calms you down. Maybe it's hitting the gym, going for a run, meditating, or just listening to music. Having a go-to method for cooling down can help you regain control and perspective. Never forget, mastering your anger isn't about suppressing it. It's about understanding it, expressing it healthily, and using it as a tool for positive change rather than destruction. It's about being in control of your fire, not at its mercy. So next time you feel that heat rising, remember, you've got the power to use it wisely. Let it illuminate, not incinerate. Bit 10. Own your game. All right, young warriors, let's chat about a crucial piece of wisdom that separates the boys from the men. Never blame others for your own mistakes. We get it, messing up is human, and the urge to point fingers can be strong. But here's the kicker. Real strength and maturity come from owning your actions, both the epic wins and the face palms. Picture this. You're in a tight spot because something went sideways. Maybe you dropped the ball on a group project, missed a crucial deadline, or said something in the heat of the moment that you now regret. The spotlight's on you, and it's hot. Your first instinct might be to deflect, to find someone or something else to pin it on. But pause for a second and think, what does that achieve? Short term, maybe you dodge a bullet, but long term, you're building a house on a foundation of sand. Here's why owning up is your best move. People respect honesty and accountability. By stepping up and saying, yeah, that was on me, you earn the respect of those around you. It shows you're not only mature, but also trustworthy. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. When you own your errors, you're in a position to really understand what went wrong and how to avoid it in the future. Blaming others keeps you stuck. Owning up sets you on a path of personal growth. Transparency and accountability can strengthen your relationships. Friends, family, and colleagues are more likely to trust and respect you if they see you're someone who takes responsibility for their actions. Blaming others puts you in a victim mindset where you're powerless to change your situation. Owning your mistakes puts you in control. It shifts your focus from blame to finding solutions. It might seem counterintuitive, but taking responsibility for your mistakes can actually boost your self-esteem. It's empowering to know you're in control of your actions and their consequences. So, how do you practice this? Start by taking a deep breath and resisting the knee-jerk reaction to blame. Reflect on the situation honestly and acknowledge your role in it. Communicate openly and apologize if necessary. Then, focus on what you can do to make things right or improve next time. Blaming others for our own mistakes is like running on a treadmill. You might be moving, but you're not going anywhere. Owning your actions, on the other hand, is like hitting the open road. It might be challenging, but it's the only way to truly move forward. So lace up, own your game, and watch how far you'll go. And there you have it, the 10 bits of wisdom every young man absolutely needs to navigate the complex, thrilling journey of life. These nuggets of knowledge aren't just advice. They're the building blocks for crafting a life filled with purpose, passion, and unshakable confidence. As we wrap up, remember that wisdom is more than just understanding these tips. It's about putting them into action, learning from every experience, and staying true to yourself every step of the way. If you got some value out of this, subscribe. If not, watch it again, and then subscribe. Keep pushing, keep learning, and never forget that the world is waiting for what you have to offer. If you are to be a king first, you must act like one.